So for this question, we have a 70-year-old male being brought in by his wife for memory changes. He can't remember faces, and at night he will suddenly awake and fight things that are not there. On exam, his face is expressionless, and a tremor is present in both hands at rest, but disappears with activity. There's resistance with passive flexion and extension. What would be seen on histology of his brain? Spongy vacuolization, cytoplasmic eosinophilic inclusions, increased neuritis plaques in the cerebral cortex, scattered microinfarcts throughout the cerebral cortex. So I will let you answer the question and then I'll explain. So it's going to be B, cytoplasmic eosinophilic inclusions. So for this one, this patient has Parkinsonian symptoms. So that's going to include rigidity, and that's why on exam, this patient had trouble moving with passive flexion and extension. Masked faces, that's why his face was expressionless. We have a resting tremor, and then finally the REM disorder, which is where he would awake at night and start fighting things. So specifically, this is going to be a Lewy body dementia. So just like the name implies, it's going to be a dementia with Parkinsonian features. So this is where you get the visual hallucinations, and on histology, you'll get these Lewy bodies. So Lewy bodies will be described as cytoplasmic eosinophilic inclusions. So they'll very rarely say this, like Lewy bodies. They'll more likely describe it, since that's a little bit trickier. And they're typically seen in the substantia nigra and in the cerebral cortex. Now for the other answer choices, we have spongy vacuolization in the frontotemporal cortex, known as Pick's disease, which is the frontotemporal dementia. For the other one, it's going to be increased neuritis plaques, and that's typically seen in Alzheimer's dementia. And then the final one, we have scattered microinfarcts, and that's going to be for the multi-infarct dementia. So for this one, just recognizing that this patient has Parkinsonian features, such as the reduced passive flexion and extension, and then the additional symptoms of the REM disorder and the memory changes really clue you in to this being B, cytoplasmic eosinophilic inclusions, which is the definition of Lewy bodies, suggesting Lewy body dementia. So I hope that helped, and thanks for watching.